Similar to what you said, I was told to, be thrifty, to save. As long as you're saving your money, eventually you will be able to have enough wealth or whatever to retire. That was always a goal, to retire. When do you want to retire? That age, 65, 70, right. 75, that mythical age. But as we know now, with inflation, and you're gaining point whatever percent, not even near a 0.5% on your savings, you're losing big time. So talk to us about, real estate with inflation. How does that still make sense with inflation being high?
Well, specifically my niche is apartments, and actually apartments are a great hedge against inflation. Why is that? Well, every year the tenants have to renew their lease.
Right.
And every year the rents are bumped up. I mean, you never hear like a full apartment complex, oh, we're going to give you a $200 discount. No, the rents go up. So they actually keep up with inflation. So the income that's coming in keeps up with inflation as more than any other type of real estate, because in some of these other ones, like commercial real estate, they're signing 5-10 year leases, and triple net leasing, they're signing 20-year clients. So in the end, in the past, you would say, oh, it's this client that's a Walgreens and they're going to pay for 20 years. I never have to worry about the tenant. So
right.
People used to say, oh my God, that's so safe, so safe.
Right.
But now it's not safe, because you can't raise those rents. You're not keeping up with the market, and you're not keeping up with inflation. So it's interesting, what was considered safe 10, 15 years ago is not safe anymore.
Yeah.
That's about the pivoting sure. that we're talking.
Right, exactly. So you mentioned apartment. So you're not talking about single units or duplexes. We're talking when you're driving down the interstate and you see these big apartment communities. So talk to us about the difference between kind of single family or investing from a residential side versus commercial and multifamily. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so when you're buying a single family home, the value of the home is based on next door neighbor. Where did Mr. Jones sell his house? Oh, he cost $250,000. Okay, great. Like, I'm going to buy it at $255. That sounds like about right. Or I'm going to sell mine for $260 in 2 years. It went up, right? Commercial is totally different. Commercial is an actual operating business. You're buying a business. It's cash flowing. You're buying a business that has tenants that are paying rent, that there's employees involved. There's a lot of different people involved in the whole thing. And you have expenses, you have income. You're buying 200 units maybe, and you have economies of scale. If I have a single family home and my tenant moves out and I have to find a new tenant, it can sit empty for 3-4 weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. That is stressful, because you're having to pocket that money and really pay out of pocket for the mortgage, for the taxes. And if it's a 200 unit apartment complex and 20 people move out, it's not that stressful, because you have economies of scale. You have the cushion of the other tenants helping with that cash flow and that net operating income.